Erin Levin, and this is one of my best friends, Haley Kilpatrick. I'm really excited to get to interview her today for Women Saving the World Now. Haley?
I believe I'm here to tell you a little bit about Girl Talk, and it's a peer-to-peer mentoring program where high school girls mentor middle school girls, and really honored to share the story. It was inspired by my middle school experience and my younger sister. I started when I was 15 in Albany, Georgia, and it was just a small group of girls, and I thought that middle school girls would be slightly more influenced by their older peers than they are by their teachers and parents, and if we could really use that power to have high school girls communicate the right messages to middle school girls, that we could make it a bit easier. But little did I know that God had much bigger plans, and the coolest part about Girl Talk is today it's my full-time job, and we're reaching about 32,000 girls in Canada, Australia, and then 40 states in the United States. So definitely humbled to be a part of this program and excited to see what's in store for the future.
Awesome. So how did you choose the name Desire to Inspire for your website?
So we were trying to figure out how to come up with a great domain, and girltalk.com and .org weren't available, so we came up with a really cool slogan, and it really embodies what we're all about. And Girl Talk is all about having the desire to inspire this younger generation and to be a mentor and to shape these young women into being the leaders of tomorrow and the women who will ultimately change this world.
So thousands of girls across the world look up to you. Who are your role models?
I have lots of role models. I choose to surround myself with great friends and mentors who are my role models. The first person that comes to mind is my mom. She's been an amazing support in my life and dreams bigger than I dreamed for myself. So she's a constant support, and dreamed that Girl Talk could do this all along, long before I believed it. I have friends like you. I have friends like Julie Huff and Kara, and I don't say that lightly because I think some of your role models are the people who are in your everyday life, who live a faithful life and walk the walk and talk the talk and love you unconditionally. So I aspire to be like y'all, to be more like y'all. I'm from Georgia, so I've got to say y'all. But as far as like big iconic people, Maya Angelou, Oprah Winfrey, Maria Shriver, are all, I think, amazing women who use their voice in such a way to inspire people of all cultures. They shed light on situations that we may or may not know existed, and I feel like that's a lot of what my life's purpose is about. I know you feel the same way. So just really finding that voice and really getting the leaders that you need to really help you reach your full potential. So there's probably many more I'm forgetting, but really honored to have wonderful people like you in my life.
Thanks, Haley. You too. Aw. Okay, so when you wake up in the morning, what excites you about going to work and serving these girls?
I'm constantly excited and energized, constantly learning new things as to how to stay relevant to middle school girls. The text lingo, the social networks.
I love your guts.
Yes. I told Erin the first time I met her, I said, I love your guts. And she was like, ew. I'm like, I hang out with middle school girls. That's what they say. But there are so many things about my job that excite me. It really depends on what hat I'm wearing that day, whether it's development, on the funding side, whether it's keeping Girl Talk growing on the chapter front, whether it's our summer camps. There are so many things that keep me going, but just to kind of expound upon that, our summer camps, or they're called Project Inside Out, and half of the girls pay to come and half of the girls are on scholarship, and it is so amazing. We have girls at elite boarding schools there with girls who live in group homes and in foster care, and they come together to realize they have so much more in common than they don't, and they really build a bond and connect. Thanks to technology, they're able to stay connected throughout the year and really build a relationship. One of the girls at camp in foster care really wanted to become an attorney, and she made friends with a girl whose dad was an attorney, and they're letting her intern there. And so seeing just those micro connections throughout what Girl Talk is doing keeps me inspired. On the development front, getting the opportunity to get in front of people like Tom Glavin and his wife and saying, can you give to Girl Talk? Can you support our mission? Because I really feel that it's a part of my life's purpose to keep this program available at no cost. And seeing their generosity and hundreds of other people like Tom and Chris But getting the opportunity to get in front of these people and say, this is what I'm passionate about, and seeing that they're able to be generous enough to support a cause like Girl Talk means the world to me and keeps me inspired to know that there are plenty of other people who believe in what I'm doing. And then on the chapter front, probably the most exciting part about my job is just jumping in a circle at a chapter meeting. Usually it's around the Atlanta community, the metro area, and I pop in and they have no idea, that I'm even involved in the program on a national level, and jump in and just watch the bonds and watch the connections and see it in motion. There's nothing more inspiring than seeing it in person and then going back to your laptop and you're that much more inspired to really dream beyond where you are at this point with Girl Talk.
Yeah.